CM Punk was backstage at the Impact tapings. We also know that CM Punk turned down a Bound for Glory appearance, and a WWE star was pulled from last night's Raw due to injury. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling News right now. Look in my eyes. What do you see?
Terror, fear, sadness.
All the above. Plus, CM Punk in the Impact Zone, Maggle.
Oh,
well,
my
nearly.
God, he's back again, Tom. 1 week off we had, and he's back again.
Reset all your counters. It has been this long since CM Punk shenanigans on a wrestling YouTube channel. House of Wrestling reporting what some of us had already heard, that indeed CM Punk, whilst not at Bound for Glory, because he was at the ice hockey, he did attend the TV tapings for Impact the following day. He showed up at around 6:30 local time, went straight to the locker room, and because sort of the show had just got underway, and because it's the winter and it's dark, he kind of crept in without really being noticed by any of the fans. Didn't make too much of a fuss.
He's like Batman. He has a black cape. He puts it on his face. There you go. He gets himself in the door. Punk apparently had a lovely time backstage. The report continues. While backstage, we are told that Punk was talking with anyone who wanted to get some time in with him, including key Impact talent, whoever that may be. Find out who in a little tickle. He spoke to them throughout the taping. Since he had attended a taping early this year, we are told his presence did not faze any of the talent, and they were more used to his presence. Ooh, that must be nice around CM Punk. Just having a nice time with him, not having a fight. One person we are told he did not get to spend time with is Ace Steel, who was serving as a producer for the post-Bound for Glory Impact TV tapings. We are told that Steel was warmly received backstage and seemed very happy to be back at work.
Now, we will get to more onto CM Punk and behind the scenes at Impact in a moment. Thanks to Fightful, who picks it up and says, Ace Steel, it comes to Ace Steel, he was brought into Impact to work as a producer, and many thought this was a sign that Impact wanted to sort of throw a line to CM Punk, when in fact they've wanted to work with Ace Steel for quite a while. Like he's previous in Impact. There's a video on their YouTube channel of Ace Steel and CM Punk as a tag team in NWA TNA, and there's previous there. And they wanted to get him in since he was first let go from AEW. This was when Punk wasn't available. They wanted to get Ace Steel in. Just to happen that they did. We've since had some further information about this from Wrestle Purists in terms of what went down during the weekend. He said that CM Punk didn't stay too long with everybody because the word from the Punk camp is that he didn't stay long at the tapings because he had to get back for the dog, which is a great.
Up the Larry, one of the best wrestling dogs of all time, Harry, with his little underbite. What a fantastic little specimen. Up the Larry.
He's a gorgeous little dog.
He is.
You know what? It's a really handy excuse for anybody who doesn't want to really be anywhere for too long. Got to get back for the dog.
Coming to mention, you mention your cat quite a lot, don't you?
Got to get back for the cat, mate, so I can't stay too long.
What your game is.
Yeah, I've got to leave early today for the cat. The word is that he gets treated really well at Impact. Not a single fight, as Ross says. When he shows up, they're really nice with him, and they all have jokes and they have a laugh. I love this little bit from Ibu of Wrestle Purist, who says last time he was there, he was playing Connect Four with Jordan Grace.
Now, Jordan Grace backstage seems quite a phenomenon in Impact Wrestling, because I was watching a little video the other day. I think it might have been from this past weekend, where she would walk up to a group of lads and lasses who were just sat there talking backstage, and she would drop to the floor as if her back had just gone, but then she would start humping the air. And well, everyone's horrified that she might have just put her back up, but she wasn't. She was just doing the old fakie. So that seems like a hoot with Jordan Grace backstage.
She's great fun. Wrestle Purists give us a few more details about the status with Impact and CM Punk.
They really want to sign him. He obviously was non-committal to the highest degree when it came to that whole thing. His whole vibe was, I'm just chilling. Later again, he was offered to appear at Bound for Glory. There was a money offer there just to show up and appear at Bound for Glory. He didn't turn his nose up at it. He didn't scoff at it. His whole thing, according to people from his camp, is they treat him really well, and so he respects that, and he appreciates that, and he does genuinely appreciate that they want his services. Later again, there's more to this. There were people backstage at the Impact tapings going you're going to Survivor Series, brother. What's going on there? He's kind of just Who knows what happens with anything? So he wasn't giving anybody anything in what he's going to do in any direction, which sort of kind of contradicts the news of the last couple of weeks where apparently the WWE have turned him down, but then again, they might want to put stories out like that when they've got maybe a shock appearance for CM Punk lined up.
And also, it doesn't hurt CM Punk to keep that rumour mill turning. You know,
more money from Impact.
There you go. You just go. Come on, lads. So that's a really interesting thing there. And some of the wording from Ivy from Wrestle Purist was that the CM Punk was indeed approached to appear at Bound for Glory. Again, said here is some money to do it, and CM Punk turned it down, not in a disrespectful way. The general vibe is Punk is like, I really like being here. I really like you lot. I'm going to say no, but I appreciate the offer. And I get that. Fightful Select add a little bit more about whether or not Punk would consider Impact. And he says they say a few weeks ago, those close to Punk claimed they didn't think he'd want to join the company, but also said that if he woke up one day and just decided he wanted to wrestle Josh Alexander or the Motor City Machine Guns, he likely could if he wanted to, with another person in touch with Punk saying he would under the right circumstances. A big hurdle on the surface and on the outside looking in would be, of course, the salary. Punk in AEW was annually making about 15 to 20 times what a top Impact wrestler would be making.
I remember Brian Alvarez spouting around a figure of $3 million. Really? What CM Punk was all getting paid. So I doubt anyone's even touching. Do you reckon anyone that Impact's touching a milli? I'd
be intrigued to know. I wouldn't think the big money is there, and a lot of it is passion and pride and dedication. I wouldn't think they'd have that kind of money for Punk right now. But the fact that they made an offer to say, look, here is some money. Would you want to come and do something? And Punk went, look, keep it. It's all good. I'm fine.
There's a little bit of wiggle room there, you might suggest. Not like a 5-star wrestling CM Punk approach from many moons ago. What a fantastic time that was when they offered him, what was it, 1.5 million? Monopoly dollars to be in that big tournament.
1.5 million pounds of bacon to come be on the tour.
Well, if you want me, I'll accept that. Bloody hell.
I certainly will do. Impact, what an interesting few months this is going to be for Impact as they get set to rebrand as TNA Wrestling. But they're in the UK this week for the UK Invasion Tour. Gets underway Thursday in Glasgow. They've announced that the Glasgow taping will be a special Impact show.
What does that mean?
We don't know. It's very new. Scotland Punk. It's an interesting bit of wordage they put out this morning, but Glasgow's happening on Thursday, then Turning Point in Newcastle upon Tyne, Tuning Point, if you will, on Friday.
I like it.
Thank you very much. Thought of that on the way back from Tesco yesterday. Will Ospreay is going to be competing against Eddie Edwards for the first time on that card. Leon Slater defends the North Wrestling title there as well. Trinity defends the Knockouts title against Deonna Purrazzo. Should Deonna lose, she can never challenge Trinity for the belt again.
I wonder what Trinity's going to think of the Whack-a-Doom.
Oh, what would Trinity order from Greg's? If only someone was there from Cultaholic to find out. Oh, wait, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. I'll be ringing announcing for you on the night as well, and I'll see you for both nights in Coventry as well. Tickets at impactwrestling.com. Come say hi. Good time. Let's talk about WWE to end the night on. Some bad news from the mouth of Natalya last night.
This is horrible, this, Mike, because Natalya was on Raw last night speaking to Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell in the locker room, telling them that Tegan Nox, who she has been forming an official tag team with over the past couple of weeks, we saw on last week's NXT, that their tag team seems locked in because the women's tag team champions rocked up to NXT. Tegan and Natalya fought them off, but Tegan's got another bloody injury.
Yeah.
Apparently. I hope it's a work.
Natalya, it's funny because Natalya has this way where sometimes when she speaks, like, it lacks the... You think she's lying. Like, it's... and the way that she went, oh, she's injured, she'll be back soon. I figured, like, Tegan might just be, like bound and gagged in a cupboard at Natalya's house. Oh, she's injured. She'll be back soon, though. We're hoping that it's nothing too serious, or indeed, as Ross said, we're hoping it is a work, because Tegan Nox has had a terrible run of form when it comes to injuries over like her 6 years in WWE, on and off. She, both two ACL tears at really key times in her career. We hope it's nothing too serious for her sake.
It could be, just looking at a glass half full kind of thing, it could be a storyline because the Witches, formerly of NXT, have been putting a curse on the women's tag team titles. Who's to say they're not putting a curse on the entire division? And this could be a storyline or a cover-up, I don't know. It's such a sad bit of news, isn't it?
Well, hoping it's a cover-up of some sort, or a coven-up, as it's the witches.
Those who dance below the moonlight.
We have more wrestling news throughout the day for you at cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.